Are you anything like me and love a brew before you go diving? Well, if you do, you're probably just as bad at needing to go to the toilet as well. So every time I go diving, I need to hook up to my P-valve because I either need a wee when I'm in the water or a wee as soon as I'm getting out and I can't get out my kit quick enough to be able to do it. So you need to know how to clean out your P-valve so you don't get an infection. Hi, I'm Andy the Northern Diver and welcome to another episode in this series of scuba diving tutorials where I'll be helping you understand how you can wash out your P-valve after every dive so you don't get an infection. So if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing because it's an easy way then for you to find all the other content that we've produced, and hitting the bell icon at the side of it will give you a notification every time we post a new video. So as I've already said, it's really important that you wash out your P-valve after every diving day. And it's dead easy to do, and I didn't really realise how easy it was. I was doing something that was so much harder, but in this video it's my aim to show you how to do it. So there's a couple of things on my bench here I'll just grab and try and explain to you how I'll go about doing it. I'll put my brew down and we'll crack on. I've got two different dry suits and I've got two different brands of P-valve, but both pretty much are the same. So I've got the Light Monkey one on my Predator dry suit and I've got the Halcyon one on my Northern Diver neoprene dry suit. So this is the latest version of like a manual of how to operate it and clean it and do all the rest of it. Now what it does say we should use is like a mild vinegar solution, but all I've got are pickled onions that have got vinegar in, or vinegar that you'd use like in the chip shop. So I prefer to use something like Milton Sterilising fluid. I think this is going to smell nicer, probably do the same job, but I'm not going to walk around smelling like a chip shop, which is perfect in it. So the ways we're going to put it into our P-valve, this bottle actually came with the Halcyon valve, but you can buy these. I've seen these in like Poundland or maybe even Asda or Tesco or something, and I guess they use them for making pretty patterns on dessert plates and stuff in restaurants, or if you're one of those, you know, fancy types that do food cooking and stuff at home, unlike me who has pie and chips. Or you can nip to your chemist, your local pharmacist, and buy something like this big syringe, and this is a 30ml now. They're roughly, I reckon, will probably take about the same, but I'm not going to use this today because this actually comes with my mountain bike brake bleeding kit, so that's full of brake fluid, so I'm not going to be using that. But I will use this because this is what it comes with, and it's always good to have a brew if you've got one. Flip it out that. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to fill my 1.5 litre bottle just of water. So I've got my 1.5 litre bottle, it's just full of clean, cool water, nothing else. I'm reading the instructions on my Milton Sterilising fluid. It says 1 cap per 5 litres. So I reckon just a decent squirt of that into there is more than enough. So now that's all mixed up, what I'd be careful of is that someone mistakes this for just drinking water, which it clearly isn't and isn't going to be suitable for and will make somebody sick. So I'd suggest putting a label on there, don't drink. Then what I do is I get some of the sterilising liquid, try not to spill it everywhere. Put some into that pot, lid back on, and now we're ready to wash our P-valve. So I'd take that with me to a dive site like that, and when I finish diving I'll just give it a squirt off. Now it's probably easier to do this wearing my dry suit than not wearing it, so I'll put it on now and give it a go. What I'd suggest to do this correctly and thoroughly is every time you go for a dive, you make sure you've got a bottle of pre-mixed sort of cleaning fluid, and before you completely get out your dry suit, just drop it off and get to the point where you can reach your P-valve. Then what we're going to do is lock it off so nothing will come out, and then we're going to pour this in. I'll show you that now. So what we're going to do is get the bottle of cleaning fluid, get the top of the hose, making sure it's already locked off so it's closed. We're going to put them in and just fire in a load of cleaning fluid. That's almost full now to the top. So what I don't ordinarily do now is just leave that pointed out the top of my dry suit. It's not going anywhere, not going to spill. Just leave that for a minute or two. Grab a brew. Ah, it's good that. And whilst you're putting some kit away, you're not bending over and spilling it everywhere. It's getting to work, making sure there's no sort of bacteria growths or infectious stuff that could travel back into the body. And it's important to do this after every dive, so make sure you do. So now that's been sat for about 5 or 10 minutes and it's had a chance to work and clean all the pipe out, you just open up your tinkle valve, it'll all just run out. And when I normally would unplug and after I clean it, I'd sort of reach down and just blow through that pipe just to make sure it is clear. And in doing that, it makes sure everything's flushed out. But then you could get some fresh water in that bottle and just rinse it through again, but leaving the valve open, this time it'll just continue to flush, so you're not left with any build-up or residue of the cleaning fluid, which could also start to be quite detrimental to your kit. So hopefully you've understood that there's some benefit to washing out your P valve. You're not going to get any sort of organic matter growing in there. You're not going to get a urinary tract infection or any kind of funguses or anything growing on your bit. Nobody wants that sort of stuff. So make sure you wash it out after every dive day. Give it a rinse with some fresh water out, and then when you finish diving for that day, that week or that session, then give your dry suit a good wash down. If you're not sure how to do that, I've put a link to that video that I did a couple of months ago just up here. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you've not already subscribed to the channel, please do so below. Just click the button down there. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't even have to watch any more of my videos, but if you click that subscribe button, it's an easy way for you to get back to our channel and watch anything that we've produced. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. See you on Insta.